Question 3 asked you to solve these single-step equations. So when you see single step, it means that you're going to have to get to the x, but you know there's only going to be one action that you're needing to do. So remember, when we solve equations, you're trying to get rid of all the stuff around x, and to get rid of stuff, you need to do the opposite. And when you do an action on one side of the equal side, in order to keep things equal, you do that same action on the other side. So here I have x plus 7, and I want to get rid of that plus 7. So what's the opposite of adding 7 is subtracting 7. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So that means I've just got x left over here, and on this side I have negative 3 minus 7, which is negative 10. And remember, you can always check your answer. So if I have negative 10 as my answer, I can just go up here and plug in negative 10. Is it true that negative 10 plus 7 equals negative 3? That is true, so that means I have solved correctly. The next one here is 4 times x equals 38. Remember, you know it's multiplied if there's no plus or minus in between the number and the variable. So what's the opposite of multiplying by 4 would be dividing by 4. So I can just divide both sides by 4. This gets rid of this because I've just multiplied by 4 and divided by 4, which is really like doing nothing to x. And that equals 38 over 4. Now if I put that into my calculator, I'm going to get a decimal. Remember, if it's going to be a decimal number and not a whole number, you can leave it as a fraction, but make sure that you simplify that fraction. So I can divide 38 and 4 both by 2, which means that I will get 19 over 2. If you want to put that into a mixed fraction as well, you can, but this is fine for your answer of what x equals. This next one, we have m divided by 3 equals negative 2. So what's attached to the m that I don't want to be is this divided by 3. So to get rid of it, I'm going to do the inverse operation. So I'm going to multiply by 3 on this side, which will get rid of that 3, but then remembering to multiply by 3 on that side as well. So on the left, I just have m, and on the right, I have negative 2 times 3, which is negative 6. And again, remember, you can check. Plug negative 6 in here. Negative 6 divided by 3 equals negative 2, and you're good to go. It says r minus 2 equals 8. So what's the opposite of subtracting 2 from r? Would be adding 2. So I've subtracted 2 and added 2, which really I haven't done anything. Making sure to add 2 to the other side as well. I'm left with r equals 10. And again, if you want to check, that means that 10 minus 2 equals 8, which is true. So your r does equal 10.